wanted to shout out my bro Barber Joshua P for the amazing combs. You get at barberjoshuap.com, I believe. I'll find a link and put it in the description below. But this is his signature comb right here. It's dope, bro. Thank you. Let's get started. YouTube, what is going on, guys? So we got a high taper, no C cup. You can see he had a high taper previously. My man, he cuts hair, he cut his own hair, and he knew exactly what he wanted in the consultation. So I didn't keep it because it was pretty straightforward. The back, he didn't want that high, but it's gonna be hard to keep it low and gradient. So I'm gonna try, like, I'm pretty much gonna work with what I got and do a clean taper. So we did the bald line, the blade open, and then the 1.5 guard. Now we're gonna fade down using this half guard, closing it little by little until that line is gone. Then I'm gonna take this bottom line out simply by keeping the clipper closed, flicking up at that line, but you got to go up at least 1/4 inch. Now at this point the taper is pretty much done, and we're just detailing, guys. That taper, because it had a solid foundation, that taper probably took like 30 seconds to do, and the rest of the cut is just really just detailing. And what I mean by detailing is looking for dark spots that just don't that just seems inconsistent. So like if you got a light area and there's just a spot that's kind of dark, then you're using the guard that's lower than that area and using your corners to kind of try to pluck that little dark area out, if that makes sense. That's detailing. And if you're not really sure how to detail, you know what I mean, what you can do is just go with a lower guard in that area, and just fade down using the guards in order from longer length to shorter, and just repeat the fade process. Just fade down, fade. If you fade it down, fade up, you know what I mean? So now here I'm kind of focusing on the shape behind the ear. I don't want it to be too dark, and I want it to kind of blend into the length that's behind the ear. You can see that we cleaned up the lines, the lineup, and we can move on to fading the beard now. Yo guys, CT Barber Expo is this weekend, August what is it, 14th, I think. So looking forward to seeing you guys out there, man. I might hoop or something on Saturday, I don't know. All right, so we're repeating the same process here, and notice I'm not going above kind of like the area where it's darkest, you know what I mean? But I am gonna try to create a transition, and we're just doing the same exact steps. So that 1.5 guard, we're blending out with this half guard open and closing it little by little, making sure you go against the grain. Now we'll take out this bottom line with the clipper closed, no guard, opening it little by little as you go up, but you gotta go up. By the time the blade's all the way open, this thing should be blurry. And again, 30 seconds to a minute. The rest of the time, you freaking detailing, bro. You know, and I take my time when it comes to detailing. I feel like that's what brings a cut to the next level. And I try to get to that detailing part as quickly as possible, because that's where I want to spend most of my time. No matter how much I take my time, when I'm initially fading somebody out, there's always going to be some inconsistencies. There's always going to be some imperfections that I got to go back and clean up. So just get through it quickly, man. Have a nice system in place and you should be straight. All right, so same thing here. Remember, bald line, then blade open, 1.5 guard closed. We'll fade down this 1.5 guard area using the green half guard. It's all the way open, and then we'll close it little by little as we go down, and that line is blended. Next, we're gonna go clipper close, no guard, open it little by little as you go up, and look how quickly we blended this out. Like, if I was the type of barber where my business model was just to get people in and out, we could do that. You know, like I remember being a barber in the shop, and back to school, man, you had to know there were gonna be people coming in, and you were gonna have to squeeze people in between some appointments, man. That's money day. It's to be expected. You know what I mean? So that's your time to come in with your game face on, and trying to be as efficient as possible while still having a quality cut. You know what I mean? And I think for the most part, a lot of guys can cut much faster if they just focus. You know, at least that's what I've experienced and what I've seen in the shops. So, like I said, if we were in the barbershop grinding, pretty much he would just need a lineup, enhance it if he's gonna enhance it, and the cut would pretty much be done. But that's not the type of barbering that I do. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I take my time. I spend a lot of time on the little things that make a big deal. And the reason why I cut that way is because that's the way I enjoy cutting. I love cutting that way. I'm passionate about it. So if I had to, you know, cut hair for the money forever, you know, you're gonna fall out of love with the craft. So I think there's definitely seasons for it, but can't always just be about the money. So I hope you guys noticed that I use that 1.5 guard around the neckline area just to lower it so that you can put a really nice lineup on it. And I always do this after the lineup because I really don't want to have any stubble around the C-cup area. So I really try to get it as bald as possible, and then, you know, blend in. If I create a line with that trimmer, then I got to go in and blend it in some more. All right, making sure that this lineup is clean, it's symmetrical. And I just comb the hair a bunch, man, especially with this texture of hair. What I found, even with like spritz and stuff, the moment you comb the hair and you create any type of any type of disturbance to the hairline's not gonna look straight no more. So like I just try to comb it as much as possible with minimal tension, and get that line crispy so that no matter what, it looks crispy. Yeah, that blend looking pretty damn blurry right there. So he wanted to keep the beard, you know, where it's at pretty much. So all I did was I lowered down the mustache area and lined it up. He's gonna try to grow it out. He could grow a beard pretty good, bro. Like, especially with his texture of hair, if he lets it grow for, you know, 2 months without cutting it at all, a lot of those empty gaps will fill in. So, you know, if you're watching this and you got a beard similar to his, you know, don't line up your neckline too much. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it as low as possible. The top of your beard line, don't line it up too much. You know, try to keep that as high as possible, and you'll be surprised if you go through the process, your beard could fill in a lot more than you think. All right, so obviously we're using enhancements. We're using the 245 Beam Team XL. They are in stock. They are in stock if you want to get you one. I believe they're in stock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're in stock. Yeah, they're in stock. And then we're using the no drip 245 enhancement. You can see it doesn't turn purple, doesn't turn different colors. Got a nice natural color, a nice look to it. And if you notice what I did with the beard there, I really just lightly, like I tapped the trigger just a couple times to get a light mist of color on his beard line so that it looked as natural as possible. And you didn't see the color, you didn't see much color until I lined it up with the razor. So now that it's lined up with the razor, you guys could see that we did enhance it, you know what I mean? But tried to keep it as natural as possible. I did the same thing on this side. So watch, you didn't see the color enhancement. Now I put the line on it with the razor, and you see the enhancement. A little goes a long way, especially if you want it to look natural. And I think by keeping his beard line as high as possible, he's gonna have a shot at his beard filling in, man. Just gotta give it some time, I'm telling you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my guy looks mad, but he's not. He's a barber, man. Or he cuts hair and stuff. So cool dude, man. I know some of you guys will comment on my videos all the time, like he looks miserable. He looks like he doesn't like his cut. Not the case, bro. It's just, you know, people getting recorded. People just getting their hair cut, man. Just chilling. You guys can see the beard's looking nice now. We're using the shaver just in the temp areas, just to create that little bit of more gradients, you know, get that bottom as light as possible. And then I came in to detail a little bit more, get it to the next level. The neck taper was a little tough because I didn't want to bring it up too high, but I wanted it to look good. So here's the before, guys. Now check out the after. Yeah, I think we put them in there. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about the cut. If you learned anything new, please let me know as well. And smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you. That looks good right there. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.